You have selected file 55534-1, Punkdroid.
We showed you the future. With all its flaws and novelties. Now, it's time to zoom in. Who says video games have to end? Where do the limits of surveillance lie? Who will rule the earth? Do we still need physical prisons? Is it really necessary to die? What about our bond with the animals that remain? Where do we draw the line between organic and machine relationships? All this and more in Punkdroid Volume 2.
Hey everyone, it's Christian here.
Hola.
Punkdroid 2. Let me hit the start button in the campaign because I don't have that many hands. So glad you all can join us. This is part of the team of the book Punkdroid Volume 2. We have Mary Bellamy from LA/Texas, Brian Wolf from Florida, and my two friends from Spain, Alberto and David. And this is Christian talking, Ireland and Spain and whatever, and a lot of places too. The coordinator of this madness, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the project now, and our stories, and as we talk, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the pages and everything. Okay, so let's start, for example, with David. Take it away.
What?
David?
¿Qué? Perdona.
Yeah. Por favor. First, sir. Empiece usted.
Que comienzo yo. Vale. Bueno, yo tenía preparado aquí para leer un poco, porque si no, my English is very bad. Así que paso a leer un poquito de qué va. A ver. Un momentito, por favor. Ok.
Acá,
Okay.
We start with Winning Horse. Empezamos con Caballo Ganador, por ejemplo.
Okay. Winning Horse. Okay. In this comic, the protagonist is a bounty hunter now as Fastwind. In a future where a war between humans and robots has broken out. Fastwind fought in that war and was disfigured during the fight, but survived. He's a man of few words and sociable, and prefers to interact with animals rather than humans or robots. The artist this comic is Alberto Cimadevilla, and the colorist is Carlos Mercé, from the same creative team that created the comic titled Dugan, Origin of Fastwind. Alberto has a detailed and personal drawing style and brilliant storytelling. Carlos is an experienced colorist who adapts amazing to the artist's visual style. We can say that Winner Horse is a spin-off of Dugan in a separate story, but set in the same universe. Dugan is a comic published in French and Spanish. A single 90-page volume. It's quite possible that a sequel will follow, where, as I mentioned, Fastwind makes a brief appearance. Since he's a character, I like it and think deserves more. I decided to write this short story with him as the protagonist for the Punkdroid anthology. In Winning Horse, Fastwit is tasked with eliminating a robot that is building a gambling empire. He's hired by the human android, and mod boss wants no competition. Royd also appears in the comic Dugan, which I mentioned earlier. Fastwin demands that Royd pay for not killing a sick mare, but instead cutting it and delivering into him. Um, Therefore, the title of this story has a double meaning, both for the bets and gambling and for the mere fast win rights of his mission. It's a story with a spectacular action scenes and fantastic futuristic setting, thanks to the work of Alberto and Carlos. Fast win, although serious and rather ugly, is the typical bitter character who internalize his feelings. I wanted to give the story a cynical and ironic touch and some dark humor which comes out to make the reader smile at a specific moment. With a mare with hind legs replaced by robotic prosthetics and fast wind himself, a sword-fighted gunslinger, the story also has elements of a futuristic western. I think you're going to have a great time. Sorry, my very bad English.
Okay.
No worries, no worries, no worries. Thank you, David. And you guys can see the pages, right? I've been showing all the pages. I went through the last pages very quick because we don't want to spoil the whole thing. But this is one of the things I was mentioning before. It's a little bit explicit sometimes, you know.
Not bad. Yeah.
Good. Alberto, you have something you want to add to what David was saying?
Está todo bien. Todo ok. Es nothing to say. No,
No worries, no worries.
no words, no.
¿Me entendiste más o menos?
Hombre, claro, por supuesto.
Menos mal.
Okay, so let's cut with the project is live. I just launched it while David was talking. Okay, we launched it like 20 minutes later, but it was my bad. We had some technical problems, but it's already open. Okay, so let's go with Mary.
Okay. So this story is called The Devil in the Machine, and it's kind of relating a lot of issues that all of us artists and writers have been having about the impending technological assumption of the human soul. Basically, it's getting harder and harder to feed the algorithm to stay relevant, to be on time. How many posts do you have? How many faves can you get? Is your stuff getting downloaded? Your stuff being trained on AI? And basically the protagonist of the story is basically stuck in this hole, like, I can't make things fast enough. Who do I have to sell my soul to be basically, how do I sell my soul and get the likes and get the faves to keep me relevant? And so basically it's a story with that struggle in mind. But what if it's not the capitalist system, and what if it's not being a commodity that is actually the thing behind it? What if there's something more sinister behind this whole chaotic quest to become relevant on the internet? So I wrote, I drew, I inked this one. As you can see, it's a personal rendition of my feelings about this matter. So the main character is based on me. So it has a little bit of a tie-in with my previous story with what is really AI and what can AI actually do? How much humanity does it have? I don't want to ruin like the whole point of the story, but basically I had a lot of fun putting my current feelings about the system that we're now dealing with into this comic.
Yeah, mainly with all the frustration we all feel now right now with the whole AI taking over of everything and doing quicker and faster and not charging anybody and yeah, it's really good. Mary is a recurring artist. She was in the Punkdroid Volume 1, and in the previous volume she did the story. What's the name of the story? My God, I'm gonna die.
Oh, I'm totally blanking out too, but yeah, Partitioned. That's what it was.
Partition. That was
That was about a little girl's toy robot is trying to free her from this AI-powered spaceship that doesn't want to let her go. So he's trying to break her out of the stasis tube by hacking into the system and trying to wake her up so that she can actually wake up in real life and he can get her out of there. May not be as successful as he hoped. I like to contrast cute characters with kind of stories that are a little darker, a little different than what you're expecting.
Christian?
Pardon my like My Little Pony, where the first season's very cute and adorable, but the stories are kind of dark D&D kind of stuff is kind of where my influences lie.
Yeah.
I think he got frozen.
Yeah.
No, Christian se ha quedado tan flipado que se ha quedado clavado.
Yeah, yes.
No, that's not the original.
I'm here. My internet connection is shit. You guys see the page right now, right?
Yes. Very cute.
Okay, so this was Mary's first story. Okay, that you can always see that she always have this beautiful style, like very cutesy, and with a lot of colors and very bright. And but their story is always a little bit, dark. Has this dark tone on them, so that's why I always count on her. She's very good, good friend. And this was the previous one. People were gonna see. No, exactly. It's not the same idea at all, because this is more the second story. The current story is more about the current situation that we all are facing right now, and that we're gonna be facing for I don't know when, until probably since forever now. I don't think this is gonna go away anytime soon. So, but it's the same idea of the style and of the tone of the story. Always short stories, but also based on the theme too. Okay, lovely. So as David has a second one before we go to Brian. So David, can you want to show the other one, the meeting point?
Meeting point.
La segunda, David. Yeah.
Vamos por la segunda. Ahí va. A sufrirme.
Oh, you know what? Let's do one thing. There was a person who couldn't come. There was David Buceta, who is another Spanish artist, and he sent a video. Okay, I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I'm gonna put it because it was really fun. Because it's then, well, you will see. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna show it.
Hi there, I'm David Buceta, and I'm here to talk about Someone Called Morris, my contribution to Punkdroid Volume 2. A tale about thoughts, memories, and dreams stored as data at the hands of a young, poor woman named Ingrid. A dense story about corruption, big corporations, and great people in an overpopulated city searching for a meaning in their lives. But don't worry, there are some good fights, lasers, and katanas as well. Someone Called Morris, along with the one signed by my fellow amigo David Braña, got some positive reviews on the free Comic Book Day preview released in Spain, so I'm sure you'll find this and the rest of the anthology interesting. Check the link below and make sure to get it before it's too late. Thank you, and sorry for my English. David Buceta out.
So as you can see, he told me he was gonna do this, and you see that he's already laughing because it's good. David is another friend from Spain. David, Buceta sí es valenciano, ¿no? He's from Valencia, right?
No,
Oh.
Buceta, no. Buceta es gallego también.
Ay, joder.
Vivimos a 3/4 de hora más o menos de Vila
Ay,
García.
YouTube, sí es verdad que me dijiste que era del norte, perdón, pero estoy obsesionado con que es de Valencia. No familia en Valencia, todo el mundo es de Valencia.
Valencia es Carlos, el colorista
Merced, ¿no?
de Winner Horse, sí, es valenciano, sí.
Okay.
Y Alex, el dibujante de Meeting Point, también es valenciano, si no me equivoco.
So yeah, no, there were some people from. I know there were some people from Valencia. You see, I know. So he told me, oh, I cannot be there, but I'm thinking of doing like a video or something. And you want me to send it to you? Of course, man. Say whatever. Promotion is promotion. You know, I don't care what. And he sent me that was very funny, dude.
Sí.
Okay, do we have some comments here? Hey, what's up, man? He's asking if there's a tier for digital Punkdroid 2 only. Yes, if you go to now we're gonna show the background is mirror. Okay, now it's good. No, everything is good. The background is good. Yeah, there's gonna be a digital reward just for the Punkdroid 2. You'll see that I'm now gonna show the campaign, but first let's do with the stories. And then I'll talk about a little bit of the campaign, okay? So, Brian, let's go with you. Then we finish with David, and I do my story too, because I have several.
So, yeah, I got the opportunity to write, and I'm drawing currently, nearly finished with the pages for Viral Love. It's an idea I actually had long before Punkdroid when we were in quarantine over here. And it just got me thinking about the future and what disease meant and how people would quarantine themselves from each other. I imagined a future city that was covered in quarantine zones, and you would have to get antibodies to pass from one place to another place. And our main characters are Alex and Romy, who this is an originally color version, but there's going to be new colors on this one, so just let you know about that, because I did it and I'm colorblind. So we have Alex and Romy, and it's a Romeo and Juliet story. He's on one side and she's on the other, and she wants nothing more than to go and join him on his side, and she'll go to desperate lengths to get there. If it's a tragedy, that's kind of what happens in Romeo and Juliet. That's sort of what happens here. And yeah, that's the story.
Se ha vuelto a desconectar. No.
Yeah, so I'm handling the art, inking. And we'll have. I'm sorry, Sonia Kinsey will be doing the colors for it as well.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll have more pages to show next week from it as I finish it up.
Yeah, actually, this page was colored by Sonia. This is one of the Sonia's color page.
Oh, is it because the top panel was the original panel? I think we changed.
Yeah,
so.
You see that is the modified panel. So this is one colored by Sonia. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's gonna be similar. It's gonna be looking similar to this one.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. So we have that. Okay. So before you go, David, I'm gonna show one of mine. That is inside. Okay, so inside is the story. I got this idea from a news I saw on social media some years ago about they were trying to experimenting with kind of like a mental prisons in which the inmates were on a bed, and they were connected to a machine, and that's where the prison was. And as this kind of like VR, exactly, I don't know exactly what's the whole idea behind the experiment, but the idea was to avoid the violence, all the issues with the prisons, like downtime, violence against inmates, violence against the social workers, violence against the prison workers, and give it like a spin to that's that in that sense, so hey, do we really need prisons anymore, if we have all these very powerful machines. And the story is called Inside, because it's also a play of words, and it's because it's inside his head, inside the prisoner's head, So there are not that many pages color, but I have some of the black and white, so I'm gonna show them to you in a second. Okay, so present. Okay, share screen. Yep. Okay. No, this is not it. Give me 1 second. This is the one that we have colored so far. Whenever I want to show. Okay, now. So this is the one that we have colored so far. And the colors is done by Leticia Morgado. That is a Spanish artist. And the drawing is done by Ruben de Frutos. That's also a Spanish artist from Valladolid, Sierra Leone. And the girl from Andalusia. I think she's from Cordoba. I think she told me. I don't know. I know it's Andalusia. I think Andalusia is too many provinces. It's one of the Andalusian provinces. Okay, which one I don't know. I don't know. It's not Malaga, so I know it's one of the other ones. Not Seville. So this is the original black and white. It's not done. Okay, this is like some rough concepts. It's still, for example, this page is gonna be modified, and this page is gonna be modified. But the whole idea that I had with the robots is that they were kind of like it was an homage that I have from Tarantino, So it's these guys who are in this very crazy situation, and they're just talking about their life. Hey, what you did last night? Hey, I don't know, I'm watching this and I'm doing that, and then I hook up with this girl, and by the way, they're repairing the machine, because there's something with the machine that's not working. But they analyze like the situation they're in and their personal life. So it's kind of like that, like the dialogues of, I don't know if you remember a Pulp Fiction of Travolta and Samuel Jackson in the car, that they just like shooting shit, in Europe there's no quarter pound because they don't have metric system, blah blah. So it's something like that. Of course, it's not exactly like Quentin, because I don't have that skill. He's a master of his craft. But that was my homage to that. So you have a serious topic, and by the way, you also put some humor and some craziness to it and some spins on it, because there are aliens in the story, and there's invasion, there's cults. So there's a whole bunch of things I wanted to put inside, So I hope people like this one. It's one of mine. The other ones I will talk tomorrow, the other story, because the artists come tomorrow, and that is what's the name of my other one? The Final Dance. But that's done by another artist, a Spanish artist, by Samuel Hernandez. Okay, lovely. Awesome. So we have those two. So okay, David, let's go with the second one of yours, the meeting point.
Meeting point, okay.
Yeah.
A ver. Okay, meeting point. This is a spectacularly drawn comic by Alex Russo. Alex has a clear line drawing style, and that is sometimes bordering on cartoonist. I previously worked with Alex on a comic published in Spain and soon in Brazil, titled Cortex, which is something of a superhero parody. Meeting Point is a video game that, at the time, revolutionized the market for what it proposed: traveling through an entire fictional world with a cyberpunk aesthetic, accompanied by another player, remotely in real life and remotely in the game world itself, maintaining anonymity between the two at all times, and having very strict rules regarding this, with players being penalized if they don't complete. The objective of the game is to overcome dangers and defeat enemies until they find a common ground in that world. In they achieve this, today no one has. The pair will have better the game, and anonymity between them will be unlocked. The two protagonists of the story and players in the game are Canon and Crest, Etienne and Isabel in real life. They've been playing together for 70 years and 17 days, and during all that time, a platonic love has developed between them. A very special relationship that goes beyond friendship. When I was reading the story, I remember a movie called Lady Hawk, starring Roger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer. I was a teenager at the time, and my platonic love was Michelle. That movie tells the story of a curse between two lovers who can never be together as humans because they're cursed. He turns into a wolf during the night and she into a house at day. The male protagonist is named Etienne and she is named Isabel, like the characters in the comic book Meeting Point. I won't tell you much more to avoid spoilers, but visually it has a cyberpunk aesthetic and a wonderful finish by Alex, who also did the coloring with a surprising ending. It just leave the question open. Will Etienne and Isabel, Canon and Crest, be able to find the meeting point? You have to read the comic to find out. Y hasta aquí puedo leer. Okay, good.
Very cool comic proposed by David and drawn by oh my god, by Alex Russo, and the whole idea was incorporating video games into the anthology, because we have a lot of revolution stuff and dystopian things and Black Mirror stuff. But this whole idea of, okay, what about video games? That's a big thing, especially nowadays, VR and all that, right? So and the work is really good. The pages are amazing too. We have in the anthology, we have really, really, really good. I'm very happy because of that. Uh, the level is fantastic. The level of the artist and the level of the writing is really, really, really good. I'm really grateful for all of you guys and for all the people that we're gonna talk tomorrow, that they all knock it out of the park. Okay, we have already the first pledges while we were talking. Okay, we had, yeah, we started. We already have like 70, something like $90 in, so not bad for the first 20 minutes of the book being live. And I'm gonna show now a little bit of the campaign. Okay, now we already talk about our stories, so I'm gonna answer Bangam the question that he had before the pledges and all that. Okay, so give me 1 second while I share this. I always have to do this. Nope. 1 second. Share screen. Okay. Okay. This one. Why can I share this? What? 1 second. I gotta put it on the screen. Okay, now. Fine. Okay, so addressing the question of Van, we have digital versions of both Punkdroid, okay, of all our books. And if you go here, you see that you have just digital Punkdroid. The Punkdroid has the digital version. Okay. So if you just want digital, you have this one. That's both books. So 2 for the price of 1. You know, I don't want to just put just Punkdroid digital because normally we don't sell that much digital. And normally when we do this type of perks, the digital ones are only during the crowdfunding phase. When after that, we never do any digital stuff because we are publishers. You know, I know the digital is big now, but I don't really trust it as much as we should. You know, especially when what, for example, what Mario was talking before. You know, the whole AI and copying, and anybody can upload it somewhere, and you don't know where the book is. You know, so I prefer as much as possible to have something physical. Okay, so these are the stories that we talk about. My story, The on the Machine, my story, Inside, David's story, Meeting Point, Buseta story, someone called Maurice. This is one of the stories of the Asian artists. This is Sports Day. We'll talk about that tomorrow. This is another story of one of the artists from Japan, although he's American, but he has been living in Japan many years. We'll talk about that. Durant, that's another guy who's repeating from the previous anthology. This is a new team, Italian team that is talking about animals and animal modifications and experimentations and all that. Really cool story. They will talk about that tomorrow. This is the other one of mine that we'll talk about tomorrow too. The Last Dance. And this is another a story of Asia, the Dream Cycles. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Beer of Love, that Brian already talked about. And David's Winning Horse. Okay, the other second story of that we talked before, the monkey, you know, that was really cool. Okay. Yeah, and the creators. So as you can see, a lot of people. Yeah, as always, 17, and that's not included the layout artist. That's not included the translation per people. That's not included the people helping with the video, the animation. So in the book is working something like 19, 20 people in top. So a lot of coordination, a lot of emails, and not only that is different languages. So we have people from Spain, we have people from the US, from China, from Japan, from Italy, from France, from Ireland. So a little bit crazy and hectic. Okay. And you, as always, you also have all the digital rewards. You also have rewards with stickers, rewards with illustrations, complete rewards with illustrations, stickers, digital, and the stores perks too, in case there's some distributor wants to buy some books. We have a couple of them already lined up in Ireland and the US, so hopefully they come through as soon as possible. And then you have the secondary character. We normally do this. This is very popular, the secondary and the primary character perks, in which you can be drawn in one of the stories as a secondary primary character, depending on which way you talk. And this is a commission type of job. We're just going to do one of those because in case you can get like a story of 6 pages drawn by one of the artists in the anthology. So pretty complete, pretty neat. You have our previous books. Oh, which what happened with the scroll? Hey, stop. So we have our previous books, the Red Riding Hood and the previous Punkdroid. And the latest one, Pinocchio, also. That's the Popular Tales Volume 2. That hopefully we'll do number 2 soon. And the previous campaigns, okay? So we've been doing this for over 12, 13 years already. So this is like the 6th Kickstarter that I do directly, and I think it's the 20 or the 22 second that I've done collaborating in anthologies or addressing it, directing it. So yeah, a lot of years. It's Kickstarter. Okay, lovely. So I don't want to keep you guys too much. I think it's more than enough, 45 minutes.
Me he perdido. Se ha vuelto.
Mary, Brian, David.
Ok. Es que
We're good?
no te oíamos ahora, ¿eh?
Okay, so I was saying that anybody want to say something else? I don't want to. I promise you 40 minutes, 45 minutes. We all good?
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Ryan, you're muted.
Of course, I muted. I look forward to reading everybody's stories. All the work looks top notch. It really does.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it was a curation nightmare a little bit, but good. Hopefully the result is good. Mary, something else you want to say?
Yeah, I had a really good time drawing this. It's kind of cathartic, and I hope you enjoy my story.
Lovely. Okay, David. David has 2 stories. Already talked about them before. I also have 2 stories. And Punkdroid.eu, dude. Very easy to just link. If you're already in Kickstarter, you can just put Punkdroid and it's gonna appear. You have rewards. Well, you have the early birds, so take them as soon as possible because they're gonna be gone in a couple of days. Huge discounts there. And you have reward from 10 bucks if I remember correctly. Yeah. So yeah, Mary, you want to say something?
I drew the cute stickers, so if you like cute adorable stickers, I did those for the campaign.
Excellent.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Yeah. Something I forgot. Mary did the design for the stickers. And she did the design of the previous stickers too, of Punkdroid 2. That was Mary too. Okay. So if you don't like it, you can go blame her. All right, guys. So thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me your time, and especially for Alberto y David que están ahí con inglés no my English is not very good. Pero bueno, muchas gracias, tío, por el esfuerzo, ¿vale? Por estar ahí.
Nada.
Echarle
A pleasure.
Yeah. So back Punkdroid 2, right? So if you buy Punkdroid 2, we cannot do Punkdroid 3. So come on, go back. Okay, we need money.
Good.
Sorry. But guys, thank you. I'm gonna finish up with putting the trailer, and that's it. We wrap up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
You have selected file 55534-1, Punkdroid.
We showed you the future. With all its flaws and novelties. Now, it's time to zoom in. Who says video games have to end? Where do the limits of surveillance lie? Who will rule the earth? Do we still need physical prisons? Is it really necessary to die? What about our bond with the animals that remain? Where do we draw the line between organic and machine relationships? All this and more in Punkdroid Volume 2.